Lilo and Stitch in a far, far galaxy. Hey kids, that means away from Earth, somewhere out in the galaxy, and the stars and skies lives other people on other planets. So that's what's a galaxy. So, an alien scientist named Jumbo. Hey, I've created a strange creature and I will call him Experiment 626. Hi, I'm 66 and I'm going to destroy things. And so, because 626 was always destroying things, he was being sent to prison by the Grand Councilwoman. But, I'm gonna escape! You guys aren't gonna catch me! See you later! Zap, zap, zap! Zingity, zing, zing, zing! Oh, he's escaping! Hurry and catch 626! Oh no, he's in a spaceship! Zap, zap, zap! Zoom, zoom, zoom! I'm 626! You can't catch me because I am taking my spaceship! Look at it, red and zooming. Meanwhile, on Earth, a 5-year-old Hawaiian girl named LILO was on a mission. She was feeding a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to a fish named Pudge. A fish eating peanut butter and jelly? Yeah, because she thought Pudge, the fish, controlled the weather. Oh, the fish controlling weather? But now she's late to her hula dance lesson. LILO rushed to her dance lesson. Hi! And her classmates began to slip and fall and slide from the water dripping off her. Stop, stop, said the hula instructor. Why are you all wet and why are you late? Oh, and you're crazy, said Myrtle, one of the little classmates. Well, I just wanted to feed my fish a peanut butter and jellies. She's crazy. She's nuts. Listen to her. So the instructor called LILO's sister Nanny to take LILO home. Nanny was LILO's only family, but when Nanny arrived, LILO had already left. Nina panicked because a social worker was arriving this afternoon to decide whether LILO could continue to live with Nanny. Oh no! But LILO was already home listening to Elvis Presley music. I want bam boom, I want bam boom. I'm Elvis Presley and I shake to the left and I shake to the right and I wear my fancy clothes and I have cool hair. Yeah, yeah, you know the songs. Ooh, 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 yeah, shake, shake, shake. Oh, I love the music of Elvis Presley. Me too. And LILO was taken away, and now once she went outside to visit. Hey, we need to take her. Later that evening, Nanny and LILO were talking in LILO's room. Suddenly, something outside in the sky. A falling star, look! And she ran out the room, and LILO wanted to make a private wish. I'm gonna wish that I have a family. Maybe someone send me an angel, the nicest angel I ever have, and be my friend. But it's just me, 626 spaceship crashing the Earth, and I stepped out, and then I headed down the road, only to be run over by some trucks. When I woke up the next morning, oh, my animal had a rescue home. Jumbo and Pleakley were after him. I've got to run. I've got to find a place to hide. I can't go in my spaceship anymore. Oh, wow, yeah. So, yeah. Oh, what's this? A little wrecked spaceship. Yeah. Oh my gosh, yes. And so that same morning, Nanny and LILO went to the animal rescue home to find a pet. Nina hoped it would cheer LILO up. And LILO came in, and 626 so looked so much like a dog. And he, whoa, hey, come get me, get me out of this thing. What is this thing? Nana cried when she saw it. A dog, I think, the rescue lady answered. Despite Nanny's protest, LILO adopted a new name, a little animal, and called him Stitch. He looks so cute. Look at him. He's all stitched up. I just need to, fix him up so he's there. Hey, get me out of this cage, little girl, and adopt me. Okay, I'm doing the paperwork. Meanwhile, Jumbo and Pleaky were watching as Nanny and LILO left Stitch. Jumbo wanted to capture 626 right away, but Pleaky reminded his partner that they could not be seen. We have to blend in, Pleaky told him. Yeah, we gotta blend in. They'll see our slimy green 3 hands and our big eyes. After Nanny left for work, LILO tried to teach Stitch to fetch. Come on, Stitch, go fetch. Here's the ball. I'm not fetching that. I'm not a dog. Then LILO brought 2 snow cones. Stitch ended up dumping one on his head of a small dog. Here you go, little brat. Stitch was not exactly what LILO expected. Dressed like tourists, Jumbo and Pleaky were nearby watching Stitch. They were waiting for their time to catch him. Aha, there they go. They're eating snow cones. Later that day, LILO and Stitch sat in a restaurant where Nimi worked. LILO finished drawing in her sketchbook and held it up to Sketch. This is you. Look at you. This is your badness level. It's unusually hard for someone your size, and we need to fix that. What? That's who I am. I'm a destroyer. Zap, zap, zap. But this cake is delicious that you got me. Jumbo and Pleakley were also sitting in the restaurant. They lured Stitch over the table while Jumbo grabbed Stitch and tried to place him in his alien handcuffs. Here you go, get him, put the cuffs on him. Stitch opened his mouth wide and swallowed Pleakley's head. Nina had to dump the pitcher on him and to make him let go. When the restaurant owner found out that Stitch belonged to him, he pointed to the door. This is not working out. Your sister brought this dog in here and it's disrupting my whole entire restaurant. Nanny and LILO took Stitch home. This is a great home, and you'll like it a lot, LILO told Stitch. She gave him a pillow so he could go to sleep on the floor. Stitch stretched his head on the pillow, then shredded it. What? Look at those little claws. He just ruined the pillow. He's a monster. And now he's scratching the doors and the walls. Oh, Nanny had enough. She grabbed Stitch, saying, we have to take him back. Oh, no, don't take him back to the dog pound. No, he's my friend. Oh, Nina, her father had taught that there was about Ohani. What about Ohani? Ohani means family, LILO continued. Family means nobody gets left behind or forgotten. I know, Nanny said, sniffing. Stitch jumped on Nanny's arm, and he and LILO went to LILO's room. Stitch climbed into LILO's bed and found a photograph of her family under the pillow. Ah, what a cool family. Oh, yeah. Be careful of that, LILO warned. The picture had all he had left of her father. She snatched it back and slipped the precious photo back beneath her pillow. So Stitch amused himself with other things in LILO's room. He built a model city and then destroyed it. He made Lego cities. I'm going to build these blocks with Legos. They're so cool. And here's some train tracks. And the train's going to go choo, 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 choo. Bam, bam. In the middle of the night, Stitch awoke LILO and showed her a picture of a book he had found. An ugly duckling, Lilian. See here? He's all alone and nobody wants him. LILO pointed to another page, and on this page, here's him crying, and they find him. He's happy because he knows where he belongs. I'm lost. Stitch looked at the book and crawled into the bed LILO had made for him. I'm lost, but now you're with our family. Oh, this girl's kind of cool. Even though I want to destroy everything in her house, she still likes me. Yeah, because you're cool. The next morning, Cobra Bubbles paid them a visit. Have you lost your job? He said to Nanny. But before Nanny could explain, Stitch whacked Cobra with the book. Whack, whack! As he left, Cobra told Nanny that she had just get a new job if she expected to keep LILO. To LILO, he said, and next time I see this dog, I expect it to be a model citizen. Stitch bopped him in the head. So Nanny set out to get a new job with LILO, Stitch in tow. First, she had to go to the local grocery store. While Nanny spoke to the owner, LILO tried to teach Stitch to behave. Listen, Elvis Presley was a model citizen, LILO explained. I've compiled a list of his traits for you. Number 1 is dancing. Unfortunately, the routines knocked over the owner, so Nanny didn't mind. La 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 la. Hula 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 hula. Hula hula. You gotta move your hips like Elvis does. You know how he shakes it? Shake to the right, shake to the left. While Nanny tried to get a job at a coffee shop, LILO continued with Stitch's lesson. Number 2, Elvis played guitar, she said, as she handed Stitch a ukulele. But when Stitch tried to play the instrument, the piercing high notes shattered glass. Nanny didn't get that job either. Finally, as Nanny tried to get a job as a lifeguard, LILO prepared Stitch for his other lesson. Time to bring it all together, she said. Stitch began to play with his ukulele. Tourists began in the crowd to take pictures, but their camera flashes upset Stitch, who caused a commotion. Nanny once again did not get the job. I don't want anyone taking my pictures. Zap, zap, zap. Bang, bang, bang. Everything had gone wrong. The unhappy sisters sat down on the beach. Dave, a friend of Nanny, saw them. To cheer them up, Dave suggested they all go surfing. The group headed to the waves. Come on, let's go surfing. Everyone's gone surfing. Surfing, surfing, surfing in the surf. Let's go surfing. Hang 10 on a board. Oh, this is kind of fun. Come on, Stitch. And they had a happy day with the waves for a little while. Everyone was happy. What's this? A board? It's called surfing. You go on the waves, up and down and all around. But as Nanny, LILO, and Stitch rode a large wave, Jumba sneaked up behind them. Jumba grabbed Stitch and pulled him under the water. Desperate, Stitch grabbed LILO and began to drag her down. David and Nanny pulled LILO to safety, never noticing the aliens. Stitch finally won his struggle with Pleaky and Jumbo, but he was exhausted. And they went back and rescued Stitch. Back on the beach, Nanny frantically checked to make sure LILO was okay. Nanny looked to see Cobra Bubbles watching. He had seen the whole thing and asked David to watch LILO. The Cobra quietly knew she was trying to find a more suitable home for LILO. This is not working. Your sister almost drowned, and you're not taking care of her, and you don't have a job. You cannot keep your sister. Oh, no! That mean Cobra wants to take the little girl away from her sister. That night, LILO took out her family photo. Our family's little now, but if you want, you can be part of it, she said to Stitch. Stitch wanted to belong, but he knew he had already caused so much trouble. While LILO watched, Stitch took the Ugly Duckling book and climbed out of the window and into the night. Stitch walked through the forest. He opened the storybook to the pages that LILO had showed him, and just like the Ugly Duckling, Stitch felt alone. I'm lost, he cries. I'm lost. Where? The next morning, a very unhappy Grand Councilwoman fired Pleaky and Jumbo, but Jumbo was pleased. Now she could capture Stitch his way. I'll get Stitch. Soon Jumbo found Stitch in the forest. Stitch didn't run, but he just wouldn't go with Jumbo either. Waiting, Stitch told Jumbo. For what? Jumbo asked. Family. You're built to destroy. You could never belong, Jumbo. Stitch dropped the book and ran. Meanwhile, LILO was trying to go in the kitchen and get breakfast. Stitch left. Oh, no. Stitch left. I think I found you a job, and this is Nanny's last chance to keep Lola. She rushed out with David, telling LILO to stay inside and not let anyone in. I've got to go to work, but stay here, don't let anyone in. But Stitch is gone. I've got to find him. He's family. Oh, don't you understand what family means? You know? At that same time, Stitch was racing to LILO's house and Jumbo following close behind. Stitch slipped through the dog door. Jumbo crashed to the front door. Frightened, LILO called Cobra Bubbles. Aliens are attacking my house. They want my dog. Jumbo and Stitch fought so hard that they destroyed the house. Oh my gosh. Meanwhile, Nanny got the job at the general store down the street. As she left, a fire engine shrieked, fearing the worst. Nanny raced home. Oh no, a fire engine's going to my house. This is not good. My little sister's all by herself. Oh gosh. Cobra Bubbles was already there. LILO was in the car. Nene begged Cobra not to take LILO from her. Cobra just pointed to the ruined house and shook his head. LILO watched as the two argued. Then she slipped out of the car and into the forest. Stitch followed her. Stitch quickly found LILO. Wanting to apologize, he handed LILO her scorched family photo, which he had managed to save, but LILO was angry at Stitch. You ruined everything! Lost for words, Stitch transformed himself from his alien, and LILO finally stood. You're one of them? You're an alien? Oh, you're not even a dog. Well, no wonder you don't know how to be a dog because you're an alien. You just can only be what you are. And at that moment, an alien named Captain Cantu appeared. He had been sent by the Grand Councilman to capture Stitch. He snared both Stitch and LILO and carried them into his spaceship. Stitch escaped before he could flee. LILO's and Gantu's ship took off. By that time, Nanny arrived, and she was too late. She watched as a spaceship carrying her sister disappeared into the sky. Luckily, Stitch convinced Jumbo and Pleaky to help them rescue LILO. So Nanny and the three aliens were battling the ship and looking to free LILO. Jumbo landed his spaceship and he waved it. We're gonna get LILO and you must give her LILO back. We've got aliens and we're gonna get you. Oh, you'll never be able to get her because if you want her, we need Stitch. We are getting Stitch back and you're not gonna stop us. But their troubles were not over. Cobra Bubbles was waiting on the beach for LILO, and the alien troops were waiting for Stitch. The Grand Councilman ordered the troops to place Stitch on her ship. Stitch asked if she could say goodbye to LILO. The councilman was shocked. This is my family, Stitch explained. I found it all on my own. It's a little broken, but it's still good. Then LILO showed Stitch adoption papers to the Grand Councilwoman. A stickler for rules, they agreed to let Stitch stay on Earth with LILO. And Cobra decided LILO could stay with Nanny. Jumbo and Plinky stayed on Earth too. And David and Cobra Bubbles, they became part of the new family, and no one would ever get left behind again. Oh, they're a family now. Yay! Stitch is adopted, and he's part of the family of Nina and LILO. And they're going to go surfing every day and listen to Elvis music. The end.